Hi there, Cesar Hernandez here with Jeff Kassouf. Jeff, the United States just got a 1-0 win over Canada, CONCACAF W Championship final match. Immediate thoughts?
Best performance of the tournament from the U.S.
Really?
Absolutely. Okay. Tournament they struggled through at times and didn't look too convincing against teams that were respectfully of a lower quality. And Canada, best opponent of the year.
Yeah.
From the get-go, 40 seconds in, Malpew forcing a big save out of Kalen Sheridan. I thought that they set the tempo. They had an energy, which they've really been lacking. And I think that was maybe what caused so much concern within the fan base. And to come out to do that 1-0, I don't think told the whole story. Yeah,
I was going to say, were you a little surprised it only was 1-0? Like during the game, you and I were looking at some of the numbers and we saw that the XG number was quite high. Once again, XG doesn't tell everything, obviously, but it did seem, at least to me, a little surprising that it was only 1-0 to finish the match. And if anything, I thought the U.S. could have potentially gotten a goal before halftime as well.
Yeah, I mean, finishing has been a problem throughout the tournament. It's been a little bit surprising in that every forward the U.S. has been starting coming into this tournament has been in great form with their club. Yeah, hasn't necessarily translated at this CONCACAF championship, but that carried into the final. It could have been 2-3-0 at the half. Sophia Smith with a golden opportunity on the goal line really is the best way to describe that, as a tap in. So I think they'll be unhappy with the finishing aspect of this tournament at large, but obviously happy with the result.
I feel like we got to give credit to Canada too, although we were just saying that, maybe the U.S. could have gotten a couple more goals here. At the same time, this isn't exactly maybe what we'd expect from Canada, let's say a few years ago. I mean, Pressman said during the press conference that she said that she feels like her side has changed since then. She almost seemed like she was quite proud, oddly enough. I don't know. Did you get that sense? Or
yeah, I thought she was pretty upbeat, especially considering that they didn't qualify for the Olympics based on this result. They'll go to a playoff, and I think they'll be heavily favored, and maybe that plays into that mood.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I mean, Canada, I thought actually on form in this tournament, defending Olympic gold medalists, had that result last year. I think you actually call Canada the favorite coming into this game, which is, I don't know that I've ever said that in a U.S.-Canada matchup, and the historical matchup has been so lopsided that, first win in 20 years last year. So it's 10 meetings in CONCACAF finals now. Yeah. 9 victories and a draw, which the U.S. won that draw in PK. So it's 10 for 10, U.S. versus Canada in CONCACAF finals.
I think now when I'm thinking about the tournament in general, I think we also got to quickly mention El Tri. I mean, we are here at the Estadio BBVA in Mexico, in Monterrey. Your quick thoughts on Mexico, because for me, a little underwhelming to see what was happening on the field. Off the field, the attendance numbers weren't exactly that great, but still, you hope for the best for the future of El Tri Femenil when you see what's happening in Liga MX Femenil. But a lot of room for improvement at the very least, I guess, with Mexican women's soccer.
Yeah, surprising, disappointing. I think it maybe put a little bit of a damper on the tournament at large.
Yeah,
the home
100%,
crowd.
100%.
Good to see a much better crowd tonight for the first time, really, for a game that wasn't involving Mexico. So, I think a lot to go back to the drawing board, FMF period, obviously, with all that overhaul.
Yeah, I think we would need at least 30 more minutes to talk about what's happening in the FMF. Any other final thoughts as we close out this tournament?
From a U.S. perspective, this is a team that's been asked to develop, rebuild, a lot of new players, 12 players on this roster with 20 caps or fewer, with a couple of veterans, Alex Morgan again being the one to come through. And, I think that process has been difficult for the U.S. fan base, even from a media perspective, to watch a very different identity of a U.S. team than maybe we're used to. But we're a year out from the World Cup, and I think that is, as annoying as it might be to kind of remind ourselves of that all the time, I think at this point in the process, if you're the U.S., you have to be very happy with getting players that experience and still coming out with the result that clinches both a World Cup and an Olympic berth.
Agreed. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and congrats once again to the U.S. Women's National Team for winning the CONCACAF W Championship.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.